to Shumpert. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Minnesota making some changes. Nikola Begovic is checked in for Towns. Bielitsa comes in for Kevin Garnett. And it's Muhammad in for Wiggins. Then for the Cavaliers, Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. And Smith subbed in for Iman Shumpert. James with it, now defended by Muhammad. Outside Irving. 6 to shoot. Out to Smith. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Smith's got his first 3 points of the game. Cavs didn't start the season as a team built around the three, but they would end it that way.
Yeah, and after the trade for Smith and Shumpert, it changed their dynamic. All of a sudden, they can do a lot of damage from beyond the arc.
And they double up James. The shot's good from Love.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
And Rubio kicks to Mark. Pass to Muhammad. Puts it up from 12. The rebound by Kevin Love.
That's an unusual, surprising miss for him. Typically, he's good on those inside.
And finished off by LeBron.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Now here is Martin. That's good from 17 feet away. Martin's got 6 points. The Cavaliers leading by 6. The drive by James. Kicks it out to Love. Cannot hit.
Well, I think the defense got lucky right there. I mean, he's going to make a lot more of those than he misses when he's got that much room.
On up the court. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. Minnesota shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. That free throw missing.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Cavaliers lead by 5. And we'll be back shortly for the start.
All right, Target Center, coming out of the court now are your
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
I just don't know that you're going to see a better quarter defensively than what we saw in the first.
Really a big part of why they're on top here. The defense has been on point.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Thompson and Varejao at the 4 and 5. Mo Williams out there with Iman Shumpert. And it's Jefferson in at the small forward position. Stolen by Rubio. And it's Martin penetrating. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Martin's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for the Timberwolves. Williams with the ball. Guarded now by Rubio. 6 on the shot clock. Williams kicks to Shumpert. The three-pointer no good. Timberwolves trail by 3.
Well, I tell you guys, when you look at this Wolves team, I mean, the outlook is really bright. A lot of young talent that's fitting together nicely. Good skill set. I think this group could be one to watch and really good going forward.
Here's Jefferson. Back to Williams. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Again, Shumpert missing. So for the Timberwolves last year, Greg kind of traded into the top overall pick, getting the Wiggins deal, which means 2 consecutive years of having number 1. They're beginning to put together the ingredients.
I think they have a core to ultimately be formidable when you talk about that Western Conference. And to pick up Zach LaVine in that same draft, that was a nice selection as well. And don't discount what Flip Saunders brings to the table in terms of coaching and teaching these young players.
How about that fantastic finish and the aggressive move, too, Kevin?
Trying to send a message, Clark, with that slam, I think.
And I'm not sure if it was text or email, but he definitely threw that one down.
Here's Pekovic, and he gets it to go.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
To the inside, and stolen by Jang. Moving it up. And the shot by LaVine.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
Was not even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the place.
Yeah, they stayed true to the game plan offensively and never strayed at all. Impressive performance.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. And then for Cleveland. LeBron, he's checked in for Shumpert. Smith comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. And Irving subbed in for Mo Williams. Here's Towns. And he uses the glass on the layup. Towns has got the lead up to 1 now for the Timberwolves. Mozgov kicks to LeBron. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Something else they've done right so far from the get-go tonight is run. I mean, so much of their offense has come off the fast break.
Irving dishes to James. Love with the screen on Wiggins. Out of hand on it. And the layup's good off the glass. And now a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
Boy, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Timeout called, Cleveland.
Yeah, you can see they gave up a lot of points here in this run, and he just wants to break the momentum before this thing gets out of hand.
And, you know, that's a huge part of a coach's job, making sure you keep your guys in the best position possible at all times. So I like this timeout.
Gorgie Dangs checked in for Kevin Garnett. Towns, no luck.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. He hits the 2nd from the line.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him. How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time. Martin attacking.
Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
And so he makes both from the line.
And not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Here's LeBron. On the wing, James. Love outside. The three. Good. Love's got 7.
You know, what an advantage he brings to this offense, guys. I mean, being able to drain the 3-ball, that really can spread a defense and extend the defense as well.
Here's LeBron. He got it up in time, and so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. Timberwolves ahead, leading by a point. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center.
Target Center coming out of the court now.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. Really an incredible game from Kevin Martin.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. Really an incredible game from Kevin Martin.
And the thing I noticed most in that first half was his offense. He was not wasteful with his opportunities and also did a great job of converting with the chances he had.
I agree with you, Greg. Judicious shot selection. All of his looks were good looks.
Rubio and Martin are their backcourt. Downs is out there with Garnett, and it's Wiggins in at the 3. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. For Minnesota, they have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And last season, really a tale of 2 halves for the Wolves. When Ricky Rubio returned from injury, they just looked so much more in sync as a team.
And Shumpert kicks to LeBron, and he misses the go-ahead basket. Minnesota in the lead. And it's Martin missing. It's deflected. Cavaliers shooting just 39% from the field, struggling to find that net. Well, the Wolves improved just very slightly last year in terms of wins, Clark. The quality of play on the floor, though, was visible.
Yeah, and you know, the team's point differential was a lot better with Rubio in the lineup. They did have some big wins over quality teams, and Rubio's impact was certainly noticeable.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Shabazz Muhammad comes in for Andrew Wiggins, and Jones subbed in for Ricky Rubio.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
Irving passes to Jefferson. The quick look, no good that time.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
Minnesota making some changes. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Bielitsa comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Levine subbed in for Martin. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Anderson Varejão's checked in for Mozgov. Tristan Thompson comes in for Kevin Love.